sharing with you some of the things that we need to learn using our online learning platform. So we would need to work with C++, which is a improvement from C. We also need to set up code blocks. We need to learn the key attributes that we must know. I will upload each lesson on YouTube, and all questions can be posted on the Canvas platform. Okay, so let us start. We want to work with our C++. So here's how we do our basic project. So our project will simply give us a guide or a sign of how certain things will be done. We'll just work with the basics. For example, file, new, we create our project, we select console application, we click on go, we select C++, we save our project under our C project. We can just leave it as that. We'll go to next, we'll go to finish. Okay, there's a problem with where we've saved it. Let's actually create another location. Project C. I'll change the storage location. We actually put it on the desktop, and I make a new folder and I say C++, click on OK. We still call it our C project. Next and finish. Okay, so this one doesn't work anymore, and we just do what we need to do. Okay, so we'll still just introduce the same concepts that we've got, where everything still remains exactly the same. We can have our variables, which can be int, x, int y, for our integers. We can also have our character, which can be a. We can also have our modified variables. For example, we can have long int nm. We can also have short int bn, like that. We can also have unsigned, okay, character, unsigned character can be J, like that. So in the same light, we then want to display this as best as we can. So to display our values, we first maybe need to initialize them. So some of them we can initialize them as we have created them. Some of them will initialize them on the side. So I think that'll be the easiest way we can work with it. For example, our character we can say is equal to single quotes. We put an M. Our character, we also do the same there, equals single quotes, and then we put an S, and then these four we can actually initialize them outside, and we say X is equal to 7, say Y is equal to 15. We also say NM is equal to 12. Also put BN is equal to 67. From there, we then want to display the contents of this. So I have a C out. Our C out displays the following content. We want to be able to say, let's display value of X equals. We then put our X. We can do the same for our Y as well, and we say value of Y. We then also put angle brackets, put our Y, and then we end our line like that. So since we've got that, we can actually run this and see our result. Okay, there seems to be okay, I forgot to put a semicolon there. That's the reason why I've got my error. Okay, so I get the value of X and the value of Y, so that's actually working well. And with C++, it's just a matter of how you have spaced your content for it to display what you want, and there we've got something that we want. We also want to be able to put the next few values, which will do exactly the same, where we now want to have a C out, which is not displayed. You'll also notice now that we're using C++. We don't necessarily need to have functions like we did in C. So we simply just type out what we want. The value of A equals, and then we put our angle brackets, and then put A, and then we put our end line. So end line pretty much means we want our line to end there, we want to get to the next line. It's as good as our new line from C. We also can put for the rest of the values in this manner until we are done. So this then becomes our A. Let's run it and see what A gives us. A gives us the value of M. And if you have also noticed, we don't use format specifiers in C++. So it then makes our life a little bit easier, and we simply need to know how to place our code and to make our code more efficient and user-friendly. Okay, we do the same for the next section, which is NM. And this is BN. And we are done with our code. So this becomes value of NM equals, and then value of PN equals, like that. So we can run it and then get our values based on that. But I think we forgot one other variable, which is character J. Let's actually just copy that and put for our character for J. And then we just change that to J. We also change that to J, like that. So if we run it, we then get the following. So this becomes, in general, our use of variables. So we can actually put a comment there and say use of variables. Okay. So outside of variables, we then want to work with operators. We can get to use operators in the next small lecture.